Alright, got my straight pipe going, my engine going with the straight pipes, singing away. So the only thing I done to it is mess with the brakes a little bit. I've done some modifications to this bolt, some modifications to that bolt right here that I'm pointing at. It's got that bar in it, and I made the brakes work a little better, and I've added a spring to it. I like disc brakes a lot better. So I know of one go-kart, the exact same thing on YouTube, except he has a little aluminum box right here. I guess it's got some electronics on it, and like as in a key switch and a couple of buttons or something. But he has the same go-kart by Clipper Karts, which is kind of a weird name, but I don't know if this is the original engine. It is a Preadator 212 Hemi. I don't even know if it came with an engine. Just easily doing that pedal. This thing's got some power. Now, it's probably I only drove it with the muffler on it. Now, I have this gigantic, gigantic as in long. It is loud, straight pipe on it. It's got a bunch, all them white pieces are self-tappers. Got that straight pipe on there. Now it's going to have a whole lot of flow. So maybe, hopefully I'll get a little bit more power out of it. I don't need a whole lot more power. If I didn't change it, that's fine. Hopefully I get the clutch tomorrow. I hope he brings it to me tomorrow. Here's what it sounds like up close. It sounds freaking good. Now, that's at idle. It's about half throttle, a little under. That right there's about half throttle. I'll put y'all over here by the exhaust. Alright, now full throttle. That's some loud backfires. I don't know if the mic picked it up or not. Now, since the brakes work better, after I break in the clutch and everything, get some miles on it, I can push on the brakes pretty hard. They're manual, so yeah, it's hard to get them. It takes a lot of pressure for it to work good. Hold the brakes down, slowly give her some throttle. I think you know where I'm going with this. Get about half throttle, let off the brakes and boosted launch. Let off the brakes and get on a little bit more throttle. I ain't gonna do it with no load on it because I don't want to blow it up. I've done it once with the old clutch and the muffler. Like that. Yes, I've done it. kind of by accident, but that's how I'll be doing the boosted launch. After I break in the clutch, because I don't want to blow the clutch up right away. Got this key switch here. Perfect. So the only things I've done to this, I welded up my brother welded up the engine and this pipe here. So he welded that up. He welded this up, but it broke again. He put a bead right there and right there because this engine mount was broke. And then the same thing for up front here, there, and over there. And then that's what he done to it. What I done to it, I aired up the tires. I put this blow-by tube on here, going down under here, down below, and beside, on the side, and then facing down in front of the seat on the ground. Do that little hole there. I done that just for the heck of it, because I lost the hose that goes into the intake, and I don't want this thing to meet emissions. I don't want this thing to meet the emission standards. So I done that. I straight piped it. Straight pipe and that. I changed the oil in it. I changed the spark plug in it. Put gas in it. And that's about all I done to the engine. The straight pipe, I guess, but I greased up the tie rods because they were a little stiff. So I greased up the steering here and here, there, and there. That probably needs some more grease in it. And then I done these tie rods too, that tie rod. And this thing was out of alignment. This nut's still loose. It ain't going nowhere anyway. I do need to tighten them up though. I realigned the front end the best I could. I adjusted it all the way. It's probably not exactly perfect. It might be, might not be. I can't tell. But it's a whole lot better than it was, because this tire was like that, and that tire was just straight. That one would be like that, or so. I'm like, and it had horrible steering. You could just push it, and it'll just keep going straight. Tires would be like that, and the thing just keeps going. Turns a little bit, but now it turns a whole lot better. You don't have any slide in it, or at least not near as much. So I might be able to drift it a little bit better. Steer it a little bit better, at least. Got some tractor weights, because I threw one tractor weight in here to drift it a little bit easier, so because it's front end, it's pretty light. Hard to pick up with one finger, but two, no problem. So, it is very light, extremely light. And another thing I did was re-rig the throttle. That's my throttle rig in here. This is my cable. And it goes down here to where it's supposed to be right here, but it's right here. And the hose clamped it. Put a bunch of hay twine on it. Put a spring on it. Now it returns the throttle. Can't really do much throttling here. You have to do it by the pedal, which is fine. It's pretty neat. This thing is stock, the PCV valve. It ain't been modified or anything. Still goes through the air cleaner and down into the intake manifold. This is a Preadator 212 Hemi, pushing about 7.29 horsepower. The non-Hemis push 6.5 roughly. So this one's got a little more power, a little more horsepower, a little more torque than the non-Hemi, because the design of the head, the journal, and whatnot. Now I'm running a Lifen 212 7-horse carburetor on it, so that might have upped it. I think that upped it some horsepower. Because that one smoked. It smoked on my Lifen a little bit or something. Yeah, it smoked a little bit, but I don't know. This one don't really smoke unless it's cold, or you rev it hard, it'll smoke then. And then sometimes on a backfire. But when you put the choke on and put it full throttle, oh man, it smokes a little bit. Not a whole lot, just a little. Yeah, things been stretched. I didn't stretch it. It's been stretched about a foot. It did come out to here. This bar did come out to about here, so. And then it's been stretched about a foot. This was given to me, by the way. My cousin, he was going to scrap it. It was just sitting there, so he's going to scrap it. And I mentioned it. He said, if you want it, you can have it. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. My brother fell off of it one day. They were riding it when we were little bitty. This thing is small for me, but it ain't the smallest. It's actually pretty long. Pretty long. Anyway, I'll try to get some more videos of this later. Maybe riding it once I get the clutch in. I didn't order a clutch. There's a guy just gonna see if he has one. And if not, I'll just go buy one. So hopefully he has a clutch, and hopefully he gives it to me tomorrow, midday or morning. If not, oh well. So yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next video.